Hey guys, it's Dr. Thornell with New England Family Chiropractic, and I want to talk to you today about a couple different disease processes. We're going to talk about cholesterol, we're going to talk about allergies, high blood pressure, autoimmune disorders, stomach troubles, and we're going to talk about some muscle tone, spasm, and that sort of thing, issues that happen with muscles. So before we talk about the conditions and diseases, I want to talk about some general topics, some general understanding of these processes. So let's talk about cholesterol for a minute. So if we talk about cholesterol under normal circumstances, cholesterol helps to build your brain, it coats your nerves, it serves a very important purpose. If we have too much of it, we refer to it as high cholesterol. We say that it clogs up the arteries, and that becomes a problem leading to heart disease and stroke. If we have too little cholesterol, then what we have is a brain that is more fragile. We have nerves that are not as well protected, and having too little cholesterol is proving now to be at least as risky, if not more of a health problem than having too much cholesterol. Secondly, we talk about allergies. When we have normal immune system function, if we have normal immune system function, allergies don't exist. Allergies are when we have too much immune system function, when the immune system is reacting and overreacting to something in the environment. On the flip side, if we don't have enough of an immune system response, then we get sick more easily. Blood pressure. We have a normal for blood pressure. When our heart beats, it sends blood throughout the body, bringing oxygen and nutrients to all the different parts of our body, and we need to have a certain amount of pressure pushed out from the heart to get that blood through the body. If we don't have enough of that, then we don't get blood to our brain, we pass out. If we don't get blood to parts of our body, they could die. If we have too much blood pressure, then it could cause arteries to burst. It can cause things like a stroke and an aneurysm. Autoimmune disease. Again, autoimmune, we're dealing with the immune system, and in a normal circumstance, autoimmune doesn't happen. Autoimmune, again, is an inappropriate response of the immune system where the immune system starts to attack itself. On the flip side, if we don't have enough immunity, we talked about we get sick more easily. Stomach acid. We are supposed to have stomach acid within the stomach because it digests our food and then passes it into the intestine, and we absorb our food. So stomach acid is vitally important. If we have too much of it, then we may end up with reflux or creating ulcers. If we don't have enough of it, then we end up with indigestion because we're not able to digest our food properly. And muscle tone we mentioned also. If we have normal muscle tone, then we're able to bend and twist and do all the things that we want to do throughout the day. If we have too much tone, it could result in spasm and the inability to use those muscles because they're all tightened up. If we have decreased muscle tone, then we could have something like paralysis, on the far end of that spectrum. So what I want you to understand as we look at all these things is all of these things start out as being normal. And when they deviate from being normal, we call it a disease. Well, is it really a disease, or is it an inability of the body to coordinate those things properly? It's either going to create too much of something or too little of something. And the important part of this lesson is we call those diseases, but they absolutely are simply an inability of the body to coordinate those actions properly. And what part of the body is responsible for coordinating how much cholesterol, how much muscle tone, what our blood pressure is going to be? It's your nervous system, which is why chiropractic is such an important thing for people's health, because what chiropractors really do is work with the spine to make sure that the nervous system is not being pinched and irritated. And that then gives the brain the ability to send and receive information through the nervous system to all the different parts of your body so that your body can coordinate normal blood pressure, normal immune system activity, all of those different things that we just talked about. So when you have one of these conditions, or you know of somebody who has one of these conditions, one of the things that you need to think of immediately is, have we checked that person's nervous system? Have we checked their spine, checked their nervous system? Have they been examined by a chiropractor to make sure that there isn't something interfering with the brain's ability to coordinate all of these different processes that you see behind me. So if you haven't found yourself a good family chiropractor and you're dealing with health conditions, get to a chiropractor today, and if we can normalize function within the nervous system, you may very well get rid of problems that you're having on either side of this board behind you.